One of the overall themes of the film ANORA is class division. Such films have been recognized during award season, so ANORA was positioned to be an awards contender. And it did win many big awards, the Academy Award for Best Picture and the Palme d'Or at Cannes. But this film is different from, for example, Norma Rae, in that it focuses on a line of work that isn't lawful in most states. ANORA is an exotic dancer, and she wouldn't want to admit it, but she's also a sex worker. She gets married to a client, Ivan, who turns out to be the 21-year-old son of a Russian billionaire. They get married in Vegas after knowing each other for a week or two, and by knowing each other, I mean in the biblical sense. Hardly any woman in this film has any clothes on during the first 45 minutes of the movie. And there are many, many scenes of booty shaking, lap dancing, pole dancing, stripping, with extreme close-ups of young women's anatomy, simulated sex, cocaine snorting, dope smoking, and etc. in private gentlemen's clubs and at the spoiled brat's mansion where he invites ANORA to be his girlfriend for a week. It's his last hurrah in America. His billionaire father has recalled him to Russia to start working in the family business. So Ivan pays ANORA $10,000 to be his girlfriend on a trip to Vegas. But in Vegas, Ivan proposes marriage so he can get a green card and stay in America. The second half of the movie is about reality crashing through the bubble that ANORA has built for herself, in regard to Ivan and in regard to sex work, including how her line of work affects the way she's perceived. It seems that everybody in the movie knows what has to happen next, except for ANORA. Ivan's parents arrive on a private jet, and everybody flies to Vegas to get the marriage annulled. Ivan tells her, "Thanks for making my last week in America so fun." And he calls her an escort, which enrages her. While they're driving around, the billionaire's employees get used to ANORA, so they stop calling her a prostitute. Now, one of the guys becomes her ally. His name is Igor. He's the muscle of this Eastern European crew, and with few job prospects, lives with his grandmother. He begins to sympathize with ANORA as it dawns on him she wasn't the instigator of the Vegas wedding. It was Ivan, who's insulated from consequences by his family's money. And of course, Ivan's parents, oligarchs that they are, laugh in ANORA's face. The employees are always careful not to laugh at her, but the parents don't give a flip. She's not Cinderella to them. She's a gold digger who tricked Ivan into marriage to get at the family's money. And to that extent, this movie could be kind of a public service message to young women who might be considering sex work. The second half of the film conveys the message that society will look down on them for their line of work. They won't have workers' comp, health insurance, or a 401k. And if a wealthy Prince Charming shows up at the gentleman's club, his parents won't tolerate her. All of those messages are voiced in the movie. However, the images on screen don't always bolster those messages. ANORA is only 23 years old in the film. She's not a hopeless drug addict, which really would put a different spin on the story. Although Ivan's parents hate her, their employees treat her well, and she might even live happily ever after with Igor. The end of the movie shows them beginning a relationship. And she made quite a lot of money from her relationship with Ivan, $20,000. And she has a 4-carat diamond engagement ring that she can sell. So she won't need to return to the gentleman's club right away, and maybe not ever. This film won big during award season. ANORA shows a milieu that we're not often shown on the big screen. Gentlemen's clubs and the hopes and dreams of the very young women who work there. Here, the awards shine a light on the class divisions inherent in this type of milieu. Would a wealthy young woman ever work in a gentleman's club? Now, we know the answer to that. Mikey Madison, who plays ANORA, won the Oscar for Best Actress. She throws herself into the role. She's the most impressive thing in this movie, and maybe was the most impressive thing in any movie all year. She carried the film, and carried it to every award that it won. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe.
I don't even know.